Shit. Going on live, going on live. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Emmanuel. I'm over here coming to fucking YouTube, my hair looking all raggedy and shit. Sam, what's cracking? Yeah, this is not no review, just Saturday night, bored. Thought I would just go live, try and Ash are on the way. Haven't done this in a while. That's the crazy thing. Y'all can ask anything. You know I don't give a fuck. My birthday's in about 3 weeks and shit. Yeah, my B-day's in 3 weeks. Yeah, I'm trying to save a lot of my live streaming for the end of the month because I know this week we're going to do the De La Soul breakdown, which we've been hyping for the longest. Tyrese's Alter Ego album is gonna be reviewed later on. I'm sorry. Possibly maybe about 10:30, 11. You know, usual time. Corona got everybody drinking. God, I hate this fucking webcam like with a fucking passion. Shit. My deadass always wants to fuck up some shit whenever I'm on live and stuff like that. But when I'm in class, you want to fuck up shit when I'm in class too. But it's all good. What's up, Ronnie? Mm. Have you seen them? Yeah, I got that movie. That's one of my favorite Quentin Tarantino movies. Period. Um, Pam Grier, Sam Jackson, Chris Tucker, all them niggas, man. That's the thing, though. We need a good black exploitation movie these days. Like, I know a lot of people will have their reaction with black exploitation. What the fuck? I swear, I hate. I need to get a new webcam by the end of this year because this webcam is getting on my last fucking nerves. Hey, Charlie.
What up? What is good?
Just chilling, late night live streaming. You know how that shit goes.
Yes. What up? Sam and Ronnie, Christian. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I, I was supposed to go back out, but it's raining right here. I'm not trying to go back out in this fucking rain.
Right. That's what's up.
Yeah.
It's chilling on a Saturday. Yeah, man. Favorite member of MOP. Favorite member of MOP is I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think I have a favorite of a favorite of. I like both of them. Fame, Danzini. Um, I guess I would say Fame because he produces, but I like them equally though. They both have bring energy to any track they do. So um, I don't know. I don't really have a favorite. This I like them both equally.
You said favorite member of OP?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I like them both equally as well too, man.
like Fame is a dope producer though. He's a dope producer. Something going on with Reg's joint. Yeah, I think that's one group I don't have a favorite. Favorite favorite Tupac posthumous album. Hey Ashley,
Like,
the whole gang is here.
Mm-hmm. Nice
Um,
Ash.
I like Still I Rise. I love that album. Tupac and the Outlaws. Yes, I did. I saw MOP live last summer. I actually put I put a video or two up on my Instagram page from that tour last year. They were good. They were good.
How you doing, Ash?
okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Are You Still Down as my favorite pop posthumous.
That was good too.
Yeah. I heard Still I Rise was good, but I'm not a big Outlaws fan. To keep it above.
We see Still I Rise had some of the like unreleased songs. Letter to the President. That was like the first track on that album, and you had Secrets of War. Even though they changed up the beat, you had Teardrops and Closed Caskets with Nate Dogg. They had some fire on that album. I know some people are like iffy on the Outlaws.
True. Yeah, I heard it does have like some of the old original pop
Yeah,
stuff, which I fuck with and stuff like that, but still.
mhm. Yeah. Some of the beats they changed.
You said what?
Some of the beats they changed up for the album.
Which I figured, but I'll
Yeah,
give that. Maybe I'll give that album a chance one day.
yeah, it's good.
One day I'll give it a chance. But because the thing about the Outlaws, my personal issue with them was that they appear
Mhm.
on a lot of pop songs that they really did not need to be appearing on.
Right.
Hail
But
Mary.
I feel like when every a collab that Pac did with the Outlaws, it was like a like it was a competition. Like who would have the best verse? Would it be Pac? Would it be Fatal or Gaddafi or Castro? It was always like a I felt like it was always like a competition with them, and he brought out the best in that group. You know, I mean, you can make a whole album. Well, they made a whole album out of collabs, but I mean, if you go back even like on All Eyes on Me or Me Against the World, you could make a whole album full of like the best Tupac and Outlaw collabs. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot of them. You know,
True. Yeah. Like I know one of my favorite songs that they appeared on. I do like Bomb First. That was
yes,
dope.
I love that song. That's a great way to end. Pac was so angry on that song. That's like
Oh
one of
yeah.
his most angriest songs. where he's like actually calling out like Mob Deep and Big and yo, it was crazy.
Yeah, but that shit was crazy. That diss
Yeah,
track. Funkadelic, One Nation Under a Groove, or Not Just Knee Deep. Ooh,
One Nation.
I'm gonna go with Knee Deep.
That's a good.
What about you, Ash?
One Nation.
Okay, got you. Favorite Outlaws member? Gaddafi. Just keep it above.
Gaddafi, Fatal. I like them.
So Shaka Khan
Mm.
did an interview on her interview on Vlad. I gotta watch that.
Oh
She's
wow,
talking. Yeah, she's talking about she never liked Kanye West's Through the Wire, which I didn't like the beat for that track either. To be real with you,
that's crazy.
yeah, man, because she was all like how she didn't like the way how he set up the vocals, and I don't know. I have to watch the whole clip, but I've heard the story a while back ago, but it was a
Mm.
rumor. But yeah, she said she really did not like that track.
So why did she like agree to let him use it then?
I mean, cause
The money was
certain
good.
artists they just want to ask, they just want the people to ask them before they use the song and shit like that. Like
Man.
I know Isaac Hayes, he let I know when he let Snoop sample that track "Look of Love" for Jesus
Mm.
Goes Down, he didn't
Right.
like the fact that the song was about like hoes and stuff like that. Where his song was about love and shit, you know. Even when Grover Washington
Mm.
let DMX sample the Slippin' track from the Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood album,
Right.
um, he said the only reason it could be cleared if it's clean on both the split and the clean version of the album.
She denied that she slept with Rick James. Ronnie said.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Because Vlad, you know how Vlad likes to ask those stupid ass questions.
Mm. Interesting.
Yeah, and I know he's also interviewing Kid from Kid and Play.
Yeah, I got to see that one.
Yeah, man, they were talking about how originally NBC approached them to do the concept of to do a show on NBC, but they went with DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Right. Well, they
And
had
I,
the Saturday morning cartoon on ABC.
yeah, they did have a cartoon. Yep.
Mm.
Now, ironically, DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince was approached with the House Party movie, but they declined that.
Oh shit, that would have been good too. Him and Jazzy
Low
Jeff in
key,
House Party. Wow.
low key, I'm glad because I'm
Mm.
glad they kind of declined it to keep it a buck because we wouldn't have gotten the Fresh Prince of Bel Air to keep it real.
That's true. I didn't know that. I seen him on an interview with Peter Rosenberg a couple weeks ago, like over the summer. He was like talking about him and Play and you know when they started the group and all that. And it's been a long time since I seen Kid. And then he moved out to Cali for like I think he's been out there for 20 years.
Oh wow, yeah,
Yeah, he's been out there for a long time doing comedy, stand up, and movies and stuff, and still trying to be relevant, still trying to remain relevant. You know what I'm saying? That was good. It was a good interview. So I definitely want to see the Vlad one.
yeah. I know like he kind of got flat because he did a joke about Colin Kaepernick like a couple years
Oh,
back.
boy, crazy.
Yeah.
What's good, Makai? Favorite
So what?
Pam Grier movie?
That's a tough one. I'm gonna go with Foxy Brown maybe
Yeah,
Cleopatra.
Coffee, Foxy Brown. Was good.
Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown, yes. That was good.
Shit, man, we need more Van Greers in this life, to be real.
For real. Do you like the movie Good Burger? I never saw it. I remember when it came out though.
It was okay.
It was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, did you like that movie?
I've seen it a few times.
Mm,
It was okay, but I pretty much knew what it was based on from a sketch from all that.
right.
Oh man, and it's crazy too because the soundtrack was. I
Mm.
actually prefer the soundtrack to keep it above.
The soundtrack was dope.
Yeah, the soundtrack was pretty lit. I know Immature had a song on the soundtrack,
Right.
and I know Ken was rapping on that track too. Let me wait, let me double check. Let me double check.
What are
Yeah,
your
72.
thoughts? Well, no, good. I never heard the soundtrack. Is it like what other artists is on it?
You had a Far Side. You had 702. You had De La Soul. You had Julio Disgracias, whatever his name is.
Mm.
George Clinton and Digital Underground did a version of Knee Deep.
Wow. I gotta check that out.
Oh yeah, the Immature track that was on the All That soundtrack. I'm tripping.
What are your
Tracy
thoughts on West Side
Tracy
Gun Out?
Spencer on
West? Huh?
no Tracy Spencer was on the
Oh, Tracy
Immature.
Spencer. Wow, where's she been?
Right.
Mm,
Tender kisses.
My thoughts. It's a good album. I don't like the well. I don't really care for intros. So I mean, I like the beat for the intro, and I like the two Slick Rick collabs on Good Night and the other joint with Buster and the Liz Loves Luga with Monty Caesar. I like that. It's a solid album. I don't care for the posse cut with that irritating horn or siren or whatever in the background for Frank Murphy.
Uh,
But I don't know, like to be the debut album on Shady. I still don't think it's beating Pray for Paris and Fly God 2. I think those are better that he dropped this year. But it's a solid album. I just don't feel like it's gonna be a classic.
yeah, I feel like it's a solid album too.
Right.
I mean, Supreme Brian Tell and Fly God 2, those
Yeah.
are above this album shit. But I
Definitely.
fuck with this one.
Yeah, it's dope. It's a dope album. Mint Condition with That's the Way. They were on the soundtrack.
hmm
Yeah,
Okay. I never heard it. I gotta check that out.
I know one of the members recently dropped a solo album, Rick.
Yeah.
Well, Mint Condition?
hmm
Hmm. And he
Yeah,
had a
I even got a chance to talk to him a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like how his stage name is Rick from Mint Condition. Like, damn, like I mean Stokely just has Stokely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really gotta review that album one day because that album disappointed me.
What, Stokely's album?
Yeah, that's his solo debut.
My mom has that.
Oh, what did she think about it?
She said it was cool. She hasn't played in the truck lately, but
Like that's
Yeah,
like the
she
besides
got it.
yeah.
oh, yeah, you go ahead, Ash.
No, I just said that she still got that album.
Shit, I'm just saying we waited like 20 years for that
Yeah,
fucking album. 20 years.
yeah, but he had his reasons. He didn't want to like if he ever did chose to go solo back then, he didn't want to like up and leave the guys behind or all that extra drama that happens sometimes when a lead vocalist of a group gets offered a deal and then other members feel some type of way, I guess.
But even the band, they didn't mind him. They actually wanted him to go solo. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, it is what it is though, but still.
Right.
Yeah, because Stokely did a song with Snoop Dogg recently.
He did a what with what?
He did a song with Snoop, Stokely.
Who? Oh,
Stokely.
oh wow.
I didn't hear.
They played it on the radio a few times. My mom likes it.
I might check that out.
Versace Tapes was good. It's not one of his best albums. I thought it was decent. I know a lot of people don't like it because it sounded like a Griselda album. But they basically gave him like Griselda production and told him to do his thing. But I mean, it was decent. It's not whack, but it's not like one of Boldy James' best albums. I still prefer My First Chemistry set and the other joint he did with Alchemist before the Versace Tape. I forgot to remember that already, but it's not one of
I'm
his
just
best.
I'm just upset y'all not niggas ain't talking about Amani Caesar's The Liz album. I've been bucking that shit.
I mean, it's I see. I don't know her. You know what I'm saying? When I found out about her, she was already signed to Griselda, but she has like other mixtapes and stuff out before then. But they don't sound nothing like her album. It's like more like trap shit. But I mean, she has songs where she do sound dope. I think the problem is I think Griselda is trying to market her like the hip hop version of Megan. You know what I'm saying? So it's like her flow. I've heard people say her flow sound like Nicki, but she looked like Megan Thee Stallion, and she's rapping over like Premier Beats and Derringer and Alchemist. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know if it's real. Like I need to hear more from her. Like is it a gimmick or is she for real with her pen? I think that's the issue that people have when it comes to her.
Mm, shit, a lot of these female rappers are fake and shit, but we ain't gonna say
Right.
all that.
It's like if you took Cardi B or you took Megan or Doja Cat and you signed them to Griselda and then you had like the best producers respected in the game give them beats and they rapping over it, they're gonna instantly get that respect because the fan base for Griselda is gonna tune into them. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm.
do she actually have skills on the mic? That's my whole thing. It's like yeah, the album is dope, but the way that they marketing her, she don't fit that that look of of like a Shay Noir or a Rhapsody because she's like showing skin and she look. I mean, you look at her pictures. She looked like Megan Thee Stallion, being half naked and all that, but she sound like Nicki on some songs. So it's like I don't know what the catch is. Like, is it a gimmick? Is it for real? You know, what y'all think about J. Cole Friday Night Lights mixtape?
Classic.
Love it, love it. That the warm up, those two is his classic mixtapes. I was actually in Tampa when I first heard about J. Cole. I was like visiting family in 2010, and they were bumping the mixtape, the warm up mixtape. I was like, yo, I was blown away from what I was hearing, and I've been a fan of him since 2010. So I think he has like classic stuff out, But nobody really mentions J. Cole when it comes to the MCs that's out now.
Why am I watching this nigga reacting to the Magic School Bus theme song? I still can't.
Favorite, mm,
I still can't believe Little Richard did the theme song though. That's crazy.
favorite character from the Friday movie with Ice Cube and Chris Tucker.
Favorite character?
Got to be Pops, right?
My favorite is Big Worm.
Okay.
Faison was funny. He's like, I don't think you're applying yourself, Smokey. You smoking my shit? You smoking your shit? Hell no.
Um, do you like the Pretty Tony album? Yeah, definitely a solid album from
That was
Ghostface.
okay.
You didn't like it?
I liked it, but at the same time, that was when Def Jam didn't know what to do with Ghost. I'm just gonna say that. Now with fish scales, that was my shit.
Definitely. I mean, but he had joints on it. He had biscuits. He had
Oh,
the joint with Missy. He had
oh,
Run. He had some joints on there.
oh
You
yeah,
know,
he definitely has some joints, but like compared to the previous three albums, and yes,
right.
I do give credit to Bulletproof Wallets. I just felt like that album could have been a little bit better because that was around the time Jay was doing the President and Def Jam and shit like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Yeah, he didn't know how to promote them.
it's like with the veteran artists, he didn't know what the fuck to do, but with the younger artists like
Right.
Jeezy and Rihanna, he was all behind them and stuff.
Well, he brought them to the label, Ross and Riri, and you know.
Hmm.
But I think like LL wanted out. He was mad, and Red and Meth wasn't getting no promotion.
Oh, I know LL and Jay Z, they were
Yeah, they,
them goes way back shit.
and that's like a quiet as it's kept. You know what I'm saying? Like they've never did anything together. They don't care for each other.
Yeah, 'cause I know
And
LL did a recent interview with Fat Joe.
mm,
I didn't see it yet, but it said he shares his real thoughts on Jay Z. I'm like,
what you think about that for a versus battle, LL and Jay Z? Even though I think Jay would win.
that would be a close battle because
You think so?
LL got some hits. Even on his worst day, LL got some
Mm.
hits too.
What's his biggest hit after in the 2000s after the GOAT album? You would say.
Let me look that up because I want to say the Paradise joint, but
Mm.
when
Is
it
it
comes
Love
to
You
LL,
Better? Is it Hush? That's a
uh,
good question.
that is a good question.
I
I know
mean, yeah,
one.
I don't know, Mikhail. I mean, I like the album, it's dope, but again, like, are you putting her in the same category with Shay Noah right now, who's killing it in Rhapsody? You know what I'm saying? So I think I still like remains to be seen with Armani. So
It's actually Love You Better. That was his biggest hit in the
that's his
2000s.
biggest hit.
Yeah,
That
on
was
the 2000s. Yep.
a good song.
Hate that
But
song. Oh,
I mean, he definitely got 20 bangers. But I mean, could he beat Jay-Z in a battle though?
hell no.
No.
Because even on Jay Z's worst day, he still got some stellar shit, like in the Blueprint 3 and shit.
Right.
But with LL, even on his worst day, you have to find that good shit. That's the crazy
Hmm.
thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Ronnie said, "What do you think of Parliament's Motor Booty Affair album?" It's been a while since I've heard that album. To keep it
Never
real with
heard
you.
that one. Never heard that one.
Yeah, I know a lot of hip hop sampled from that album. It's crazy,
I probably
especially
know
that.
the samples more than the actual song.
You said what?
I said I probably know the samples, like the songs that were sampled more than the actual album.
Yeah, because they had that one joint, Aqua Boogie,
Right.
where
I
like
know
Ice Cube sampled, Digital Underground, everyone sampled that joint.
I know that one. What's your favorite J. Cole album? My favorite one, I would say, is between Born Center and Forest Hills Drive. I think Born Center is underrated,
I agree.
but I like both of them. I like Born Center and Forest Hills. I even like KOD. I think KOD was a dope album. You know what I'm saying? For Your Eyes Only, I like some songs. I don't like the whole album, but he got some joints though, man. He definitely got some joints, and he's overlooked when it comes to a lot of the MCs out now.
Yeah, 'cause I know Alonzo or somebody said that they feel like he gets overhated, which I definitely agree.
Yeah, and I don't know why.
But y'all
Uh,
did be on Drake's asshole, which
but that's gonna happen. I mean, Drake outsells them, but I mean, we're not going by sales. We're going by actual material. It's out. You know,
Ronnie says, anybody like the Spinners? Oh, I love the Spinners, bro. It's
legendary group.
yeah. But low key, once Felipe was fired from the group, I kind of lost interest.
Hanging on the string, or slow down. Ooh,
Hanging on the string.
hanging on the string, definitely. The slow down joint, is that the same joint that Snoop sampled? But that's a
I
different one.
believe,
Okay.
I believe so.
Both great songs. Ronnie said, check out the Parliament Funkadelic versus the Placebo Syndrome album
Yeah, I saw
commercial.
that.
When
That
did when
shit
did
is
that come out?
77.
Oh wow. There's a commercial for that?
Yeah, yeah, promoting the album and shit like that. It's pretty fucked up. Pretty funny. Yeah, it's crazy. They have like a lot of their albums, the commercials on YouTube and shit. I love watching those old album commercials and shit,
Yeah.
especially the ones that be on BET,
Mhm.
where you have some big like Funkmaster Flex yelling and shit.
Cop it now. It's coming out tomorrow.
Yo, this Funkmaster Flex.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one Chappelle show skit when
Hmm.
Dave Chappelle was a rapper. He's like, "Yo, turn my headphone up and shit." Crazy thing is how I think he was influenced because Biggie used to do some shit like before every song, like dude, turn my headphone up, turn my mic up. So that's what
Right.
he was
Yeah.
trying to rap and do that shit.
Who shot you? You said that in the beginning. Who shot you?
Yo, I don't care what no one says. Who Shot You is a classic and shit.
Oh
Like
yes, definitely.
he went in on that track.
Yeah.
But all these Tupac fanboys, they be all like, "Ah, nah, you dissing Pac, nah, nah."
Mhm.
Like, nigga, calm your ass down. Shit. I mean, Tupac, I love Tupac. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes his fan base, some niggas in his fan base, they just be all like, like they say,
Um, Cole. I think with Cole is he don't have no stupid gimmick behind him. So it's just about the music and his life at the end of the day. And then being that he produces his own stuff, he's not running down and getting out as a producer and getting this whole album with a bunch of features. That's why, people feel like he's just there. He's boring or whatever. But I actually think what he's doing is good. Like, and he have that backing with Jay-Z. Not one time did he ask Jay-Z to be on his album, except for the first one, the first album he's on.
mm-hmm.
None of the other albums, and the Rock Nation promoted KOD. There's not one sign of Jay-Z on that album. So that's what I like, that he have the backing of Jay-Z, but he's not looking to use Jay-Z on all his albums. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you had Drake, when Drake got signed to Young Money, Weezy, how many times Weezy was all over his project?
Right,
You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. Even with Kendrick, like Kendrick, he's backed by Aftermath. Not one time he got Dr. Dre on his album. You know, that's what I like about Cole. Is like Cole don't care to be, doing the ass kissing and dick riding and be like, yo, I got to get all these people on my album because it's not needed.
exactly. Aaliyah's back in one piece, or I don't wanna. Oh, back in one piece.
That's definitely back in one piece. What's one of your favorite samples used in a hip hop track? Um, the Chic Good Times song. Everybody done sample that. It's overused now, but that's one of them.
Yo, I'm gonna go with MF Doom. When he sampled the new Scooby Doo movies theme song for the track "Hey,"
Yeah,
that was a very dope sample. Unique as fuck.
definitely. So Mia, you put a move in my heart or so into you. I like you put a move in my heart.
I never listened to Tamia like that.
Well, that song was on the Q's Juke Joint album, I believe. It was on that joint, and then Sointi was the joint she did with Well, that was her song first, right? And then Fabulous took it.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh, so that's wow.
yeah.
Fabulous did that with let me guess, Lil Mo.
Ashanti. Ashanti.
Oh
But
wow.
to me, I think to me it was on the original version, and then she got taken off for somebody more. Well, when Ashanti was big at that time,
Wow.
yeah, they wanted Ashanti instead of Tamia. So
That's that and it's usually Ashanti that gets overshadowed. That's the crazy thing. Cause
I mean, for that song, you mean?
yeah, because like a lot of songs Ashanti wrote that was supposed to be for like Irv Gotti pretty
Yeah,
much blocked that shit. You know what
right.
I'm saying?
He was hating. Well, he didn't. He let her do her thing on that.
Interesting. Yeah, Ronnie. I know Aaliyah sampled that track from that Come Back in One Piece. Sam said Godfrey and Lord Jamar don't fuck with Vlad no more. Yeah, I know about that.
Oh, word? No, Lord Jamar don't fuck with him.
Hell no.
What happened with that?
Apparently, he mis Vlad misquoted something. Some let me pull it up. It was something. It's a long story. Hold up.
Right.
Oh, it had to do with the whole Nick Cannon, Louis Farrakhan incident. To be keeping a buck.
And he didn't like what Lord Jamar had to say.
Yeah, pretty much. Let me see. God, I hate when these ass. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, he didn't apologize to Farrakhan hashtag Farrakhan speaks at misquoting him, as well as believing that black people can't affect his bottom line. So yeah, I knew it had something to do with that misquoting shit.
Makai is hitting us with the hard shit tonight, man. He's saying you've been thinking about this question for a while. When it comes to a discussion about an artist being the greatest, which one matters, the quality or impact and legacy? For me, it's the quality, in my opinion. So when you're talking about like greatest of all time for an artist, what matters to you?
That's a good question, actually, because that is a good question. I'm gonna have to go with impact and legacy.
Yeah, I think quality too. I mean, like if Michael Jackson broke away from the Jackson Five and he came out with five lousy solo albums, would he still be the best of all time? If Thriller was bad, if Bad was bad and Dangerous and Off the Wall, you know what I mean?
Mm, that is
The
a good point.
quality of your work, makes you a legend also. And the impact that artists like him and Prince had on the culture and, you know, game changing, for the genre, I think that's what makes you a legend. Some can do it with one album or two albums, like a lot of people put Big L as a greatest because, of that one album. Biggie had two albums, you know what I'm saying? He did it within those. You know what I'm saying? So I think it all like that everything factors in the quality of work you put out and the impact you have on the culture. You know what I'm saying? And Illmatic dropped 20 something years ago. We still talk about Illmatic, even though Nas got an album out now. So that was a game changer. You know what I'm saying? So I think all of that factors into to being, a legend and having a legacy like that.
I feel you. What you think, Ash?
Well, that question.
Yeah.
Um, it's I guess it comes down to like kind of a combination of all of them, all three. It just really depends on who it is. I mean, it's just that yeah, even though the artist could have either some good or some bad albums or a mix or what have you, as long as like their stuff makes the everlasting impact on the world in some way or impact, excuse me, some people's lives, that should count for something.
That's true.
Yeah,
Because Aerosmith, they dropped a lot of shitty albums. They still regarded as legends.
right.
Hell, even people saying Soldier Boy is a legend now. Because Soldier Boy came out with his interview talking about he changed the music industry.
Out.
Because he made like the internet, which
Mm,
call me crazy, but he does have a few points. Because for a rapper, he did make the internet his friend, the whole ringtone culture,
right.
and it, a lot of cats after Soldier Boy were doing the whole sound. Of course, SoundCloud was coming out, and I'm not saying he's fully right, but he does have a few points and shit. Plus, how many motherfuckers came out with a dance after him? Crank that Batman, crank that SpongeBob, crank that Arthur, crank that Clifford the Big Red Dog. like nigga had like a cartoon character every fucking week. Crank that Spider Man. Like I don't even to this day I still don't know how to do that shit.
The record labels of that time, they were already looking at social media, like early social media back then, to promote the artists. So I
Right,
think it was gonna happen anyway because like they got rid of the street teaming from actually being out in the streets and going to the people to doing it online and finding ways to like, yo, let's hit up MySpace and let's hit up Foursquare and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all that. So I it was already happening back in like '05, '06, and then Soldier Boy came out, and then Justin Bieber came out, and he was popular on the internet. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was
right.
gonna happen anyway. But Soldier Boy was like the first one to do it. Really. And kind of said the reason why I think quality matters more a bit is because my philosophy: any artist can be influential to anybody. Legacy and impact to me is an opinionated thing to people because things can hit harder too. Well, I mean, for me, if when we talking legends and legacy, like if I'm talking about like Michael and Prince and Madonna, all of those things factor in. The quality of music they put out and the impact they had on the culture for their genre, and how they affected people's lives. I mean, an album like Thriller or Purple Rain or Like a Virgin could have been an important part of somebody's life at that time. You know what I'm saying? And you know, um, there's a whole bunch of things that go into that. I don't think you can just come out with an album and be like, "Oh, well, I'm a legend." You know what I'm saying? It's like how people lives are gonna be affected by that album that comes out in years to come, and then how is like the rest of the world gonna react in like 20 years? So there's a lot of things when people call albums classic now. I'm like, is it a classic? I mean, y'all say it's a classic in 2020. In 10 years, is that same album gonna be a classic? I
Yeah,
won't be like so quick to call an album classic nowadays because we don't know. I don't. To me, I feel like true classics. There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like if you call an album in 2020 a classic, is it gonna be up there with the legendary classic album? You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? So it's like I think people like they gotta just we got too accustomed to using that word classic. That's what I'm saying. Like it's become the norm. And back for me as a teenager, that wasn't even in my vocabulary. Like I didn't even think about that. When I ran to the record store to buy Ready to Die or to buy Into the Wu-Tang, I wasn't thinking, oh, this album gonna be a classic. I just like the music. You know what I'm saying? Like all that other stuff, all that talk about classic came later. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even, into like the Source magazine giving album 5 minutes. I didn't care about that. As long as the album was dope to me. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like that emphasis on the word classic is like part of your mindset now. So now you go into an album when you listen to it, or you go watch a movie when you watch it and you think, oh, is this gonna be a classic? As long as you enjoy the movie or you enjoy that album, you know what I'm saying? Like it'll be, if it's gonna be a classic, it'll be a classic when it's on. That's how I look at it.
Yo, I got a question for all y'all.
Yeah.
It's involving that little WAP song Cardi and Megan put out.
Mhm.
I was watching this video, that Todd and Shadows video, that Todd and Shadows YouTuber, and he was reviewing this song and shit like that. And there's some people who are saying that, oh, this track, it's something new. Oh, this track is amazing. You never hear females talk about sex like this. I'm just like, yes, they have. What the fuck you
Yeah.
talking about?
And worse than that.
And I think my question is this: like, do y'all think that WAP is like this thing that stamped this generation, or like something that, how can I put this, like, very influential this generation?
No.
No,
They only feel like that because they're not aware of who came before them. They're not aware of Foxy Brown and Little Kim and Kaya
Smooth.
and those people that made raunchy songs back then. You know what I'm saying? So when they hear a song like WAP, it's gonna be like the best thing since Wonder Bread to them because they're not aware of their past. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Little Kim said worse than that on Hardcore. Go back and listen to that album. Way better than one song. That's a whole album is like WAP. That's like a whole album of WAP on that album. You know what I'm saying? She's talking about Guzzling Cum and all that. That's worse than what Megan and Cardi B saying. You know, you listen to Foxy Brown. How many times? Il Nana. Nana is about her private part. She named her first album after her private part.
Ill
You know
pussy.
what I'm saying? You remember what Roxanne Shante? When was that? Like that album she came out with in 93, 94, and she got raunchy and she like wearing
It's just
lingerie.
that.
Right, that joint. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like this is nothing new. It's been going on. Jackie O, she was out doing her thing in the 90s and was raunchy as hell. Trina, another one. Like this is nothing new. Like they all could have did. They were all doing rap songs back then. Nobody. This is what I mean about this generation going back and listening to their history.
Yo, even some of the lyrics, I was listening to it again, and it be kind of hilarious. Like, listen to this shit.
All right.
This pussy is wet. Come take a dive. Tie me up like I'm surprised. Let's role play. I wear disguise. I want you to park that Big Mac truck right in this little garage. And the sample, like, I was just listening to the song in depth for like the first time. There's some whores in this house. There's some
All right.
whores. And then and Megan said some shit like, "Ask for a call while we ride that dick. You really ain't never gonna fuck him for a thing. He already made his mind up for it. He came. Now get your boots and your coat for this wet ass pussy." Like, like it's kind of comical.
Right.
When you listen to these lyrics, it's kind of comical and shit.
Nothing new.
I don't
This,
find it sexy. I just find it funny.
this has been going
Now,
on.
yeah, now with like what's her name? What's her old girl's name? Like with Lil Kim, when she did that fucking Not Tonight, not the remix, but the
Right.
original,
The original, right.
that was sexy.
Uh-huh.
That was sexy.
Right. And she
Hell,
talking
even,
dreams and she talking about fucking all these different R&B dudes.
yeah,
Y'all think that was raunchy back then?
yeah, man. Like, hell, if Taylor Swift would have came out with WAP, niggas won't be saying the exact same shit.
You know, this
Hell,
is
MC Light said she want a roughneck.
right. And on the album before that on Act Like You Know, she talking about sleeping with a young boy. Too young for what? Y'all didn't think I was raunchy back then? And she like,
No,
I'll
no
take
one, no one talked about.
Let Megan and Cardi B come out with a Too Young for What now. That song would be even worse than WAP. If they talking about sleeping with a underage dude, like come on,
Yeah,
it's nothing
like
new. We've heard this before. I'm not surprised by shit no more. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take a lot for me to get astounded and surprised by what goes on. I've seen it all.
exactly.
I've heard it all. So it's like that don't do nothing for me. You know, that's cool for the young generation because they wasn't around for Kim and Foxy and Roxanne Shante when she did her little raunchy thing. You know what I'm saying? But I've already heard all this stuff.
Right. Hell, even Queen Latifah got a little sexy on that Order in the Court album too.
Yeah.
So
But we knew what it was with Latifah. So we knew what it was. Before the internet. We knew Latifah was, she liked the opposite the same sex. That wasn't a secret, you know.
shit.
It was nice. She tried it. Kaya, my neck, my back. What was she saying on that song? You know the rest of the lyrics. That's nothing new. Like that was WAP back then when that came out. You know what I'm saying? So I
Speaking
don't know.
of Khalees with that milkshake,
Milkshake, exactly. I love that album. I love that album. That was a dope album by Khalees. But I mean that's the song that people know Khalees for. Unfortunately, they don't know her for Caught Up and that the other shit that she did. They know her from Milkshake.
hell, I'm more of a fan of I hate you so much right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Ah,
Caught Out There. My bad. Caught Out There. That's what I meant. You know what I'm saying? They know her for Milk. They raunchy song over the song where she's like actually in pain. You know?
I bet you when Nas left her, she played that song out loud and some shit.
Mhm.
Then she played Ether.
I mean, it don't do nothing for me. I think I don't really care for them. I don't listen to them, so They don't do nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? Like hearing the song and watching the video, okay, but we've heard nastier stuff than that.
Exactly, and don't even get me started on the City Girls pussy talk.
Right.
Fucking like I want to hear that fucking Doja Cat talking about her pussy talks and shit.
Um, favorite Redding song, Ronnie asked.
Sitting on the dock of the bay. That's my
Back in
shit.
the day, classic song. Montel Jordan, This Is How We Do It, or something for the honeys.
Something for the honeys.
I love This Is How We Do It, man. That's one of his all-time hits.
Anything from that first album, I'm good with.
Yeah, yes. Tina Turner, What's Love Got to Do with It, or Proud Mary?
Mm.
I don't know Proud Mary.
You don't know Proud Mary?
Is that from the same album?
No, that was from Ike and Tina.
I might
Rolling on the river.
I heard
Da,
that.
da, 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 da.
Is that what they call it, Proud Mary? Okay.
Yeah, it was a
I
cover
thought it
of
was a different title for
Freedom,
that song for some
that
reason.
Freedom's Revival band and shit.
Okay.
Damn, hold on. Let me send it. Hold up. Ooh.
I know the song. I didn't realize that was the title for it though. I just thought it came with a different title.
Oh, true. I was gonna say, I was like, yeah, I never got into Jackie O like that. 'Cause,
Yeah, I didn't get into Jackie.
I mean, she was cute, but I never like I was more into Trina.
Favorite Anthony Hamilton song.
Can't let go.
Um, where I'm from. I know it sounds cliche. I love
Shit,
that song.
his music reminds me of Tyler Perry movies. Low key. He always has a song in them Tyler Perry movies, them early Tyler Perry movies and shit.
Right.
Would y'all rather listen to Anthony Hamilton or Jaheim?
Jaheim.
What? Really?
I mean, I like both of them. I mean, if I had to pick, I
Mm,
like Jaheim. Jaheim music just hit. It's more hood. It's more street.
true.
Anthony is like more down south. We got that soulful voice.
This nigga said Anthony Hamilton reminds him of slavery.
Who said that?
One of my
What?
niggas, he said he
Oh,
can't stand the helmet. He said, "Oh, his music is slavery too."
Nah, man. That's real singing, man. He ain't using no vocoder and all that shit. You know? That's real singing. You want
that
to hear
reminds
real.
that reminds me of when Ice T. I was watching one of them old VH1. I love the '90s. He said Arrested Development music was just so slave.
That's just the image and how they came across, man. That's good hip hop. We need that hip hop now. That's
He's like,
needed right now. You know what I
you
mean?
was making fun of Tennessee Tech. Take me back to where they beat my ass. Fuck out of here.
Hey, that's needed, man. That's needed, especially
I
now.
love Ice-T. I love Ice-T, man. He's funny.
They came out in the wrong era. If they came out now, they would have been huge.
But if they came out now, all them woke hipsters will be all over the ass and shit.
Yeah, yeah. You know,
I just don't like speech. Something
you know, like
about speech, you just I just do not like speech. I know Ashley's looking at me like, what? Because even in that unsung episode, he came across as one of them. Oh, I think I know everything about black culture, motherfuckers.
right. Yeah, he does come across like that.
That's why. That's why when he dropped his solo album, he was only a hit in Japan and shit.
I don't even remember when that dropped. So I don't. I never heard it. And yeah, after they first, I remember when the second one came, but I never heard the second one either. I just got the first one, and that was it.
Yes, the second one was very. I think now it can be considered ahead of its time now,
Right.
but back at that time, niggas weren't ready for that. The same way
No,
they weren't ready for Diggle playing its blowout cone.
exactly. That music, those artists were overlooked for gangster rap at that point. So they wasn't really trying to hit Diggable and Arrested Development and Poor Righteous Teachers. And
Yeah.
anybody like Rick Ross, definitely. Love Ross, man. We did discography over summer, me and Reg on my channel.
Yeah, Ross is that nigga.
Yes. Nas the Message or Affirmative Action.
The message.
I gotta go with the Affirmative Action joint, man. That's right now to me. That's still the best firm rap.
Damn, I hate when niggas tell me.
60s or 70s Aretha.
70s.
70s. That's a good one. It's MC Light's birthday, and happy birthday to MC Light. We just talking about a legend. Ronnie said, "Yeah, I agree on both of your on people's takes on rap. Most music listeners are sheeps and hipsters. Yeah, they're just gonna follow the trend and whatever's hot. Anybody like the Players Club movie?
Love that movie.
I liked it for Lisa Ray at that point. Queen Bitch on Mafia Land. Queen Bitch.
Oh, Queen Beach, man.
As I love that beat. And Ronnie Jerkins was on Vlad also talking about how he did that beat for Mary for Share My
What?
World.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
he did that. Remember, I forgot he was a part of Share My World. He did like 5 tracks for her for that album, and he sampled Queen Bitch for I Can Love You, and he said like he was in a room with other producers. Everybody was trying to get on that album, and then when he played that song, that beat for Mary, Mary was like, "Yo, you staying here? You're not going nowhere. You're gonna do joints on the album." That shit went like quadruple platinum.
Mm.
One of her best albums, in my opinion.
Shit.
Um, do
It's
you
great.
do you listen to Green Day? I listen to Green Day. My favorite Green Day album would be American Idiot. I like 21st Century Breakdown. Dookie. That was a classic. They got some joints. Even like the the triple album they did, Uno Dos Tres, that was dope. They had some bangers on there.
I never liked Green Day.
You like Green Day?
Hell no. They're so overrated, man. Oh my god.
My problem with Green Day, well, not even with them, with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it's like they rushed to get Green Day in there. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
this is a group that came out during the '90s. You rushed to get them in there, but this artist that's well deserving over them, that's been out
Like
longer,
where the hell is Deep Purple?
right?
Where the hell is what's her boy's name? Like Johnny Guitar Watson.
Mhm. I don't
Hell,
get
like
it.
it took the Miracles all them years. But Green
Mhm.
Day, they got one or two nominations. They're in the Rock and Roll Hall of
Yeah,
Fame.
they off for the first year they got eligible. They rushed them in there. I don't get that.
I will
We
put Alice in
how
Chains.
many times LL been on the ballot and he's still not in? You know, New Edition been doing the music for 30 some years. They still not even considered.
Hell,
You know,
hell, I would even fucking put Teddy Riley.
right?
Where's Teddy
Teddy,
Riley at?
right,
If we're talking about producer, he pretty much shaped the R&B landscape in the last 30 years and shit.
right,
With motherfucking Green Day,
right.
where the
But
White Stripes,
exactly, I like them too. You know, Jack Black and his sister.
Alice in
And,
Chains.
mhm.
Yes, like I don't know if Pearl Jam is in the Rock and Roll Hall of
I
Fame, but I
think
would.
Pearl Jam. I think they made it. They made
Oh,
it. But they actually, I believe they got the special for this year. I think that's coming on TV in November. If I'm not
yeah,
mistaken.
I know Whitney and Biggie are in that ballot.
Yes, Whitney and Biggie made it. Yes, and I voted for them, so I'm glad to
And
see them.
Nine Inch Nails,
Yeah, you know,
Depeche Mode, which
right. Depeche Mode, yeah. But it's not with the group. Like I love Green Day, but I just feel like they were rushed in the hall for too fast.
Alonzo said, "Do you think 3 6 Mafia is one of the most influential artists in music?" Hell yeah. They,
Definitely,
they pretty much redefined Southern hip hop, in my opinion.
they have that horrorcore element. You know,
Power chord, crunk, trap.
oh yeah, definitely.
Matter of fact, Alonzo, stay tuned later on this month for a review on Mystic Styles around Halloween. So
And
really stop.
us New Yorkers up here, we slept on 3 6 Mafia. Like I don't think we really started paying attention to like when Rod and Spinners came out, and when they came out with the song from Hustle and Flow.
Right.
We slept on all the other stuff. Like I was always seeing their videos and stuff. I wasn't like really paying attention to them like until like the 2000s. But they definitely legends.
Yeah, my introduction to them is the song Pop My Collar from '05.
Yeah,
Then the most known unknown album, that was just the big album from '05. That was
yeah.
like the last great album until the end, in my opinion.
Is it really the end for them, or are they still together?
I mean, they're still together, but they're not dropping that much good music like there was. Plus,
Right.
now they're going through this whole lawsuit with the Suicide Boys and shit.
Mhm.
Um, Favorite 3 6 Mafia member? Ooh, that's a good question. I'm gonna have
Jay.
to go with Juicy.
Yeah, I like his first solo album. What was the name of that? Trippy. That album was fire. He had Timbaland on that album. He had Justin Timberlake on that joint. Wiz Khalifa.
Justin Timberlake on a 3 6 Mafia project.
Yeah, but well, you remember 3 6 Mafia was on the Future Love Sex album.
Really?
Yeah, there is a song called Chop Me Up. It was fire, like a crunk joint. You never heard that album?
You know how I feel about that little boy.
Yes. They're on the second Justin Timberlake album. It's called Chop Me Up. It's Justin featuring 3 6 Mafia. They did the beat. I think they did. If they didn't do the beat, Timbaland did the beat, but it has like a 3 6 Mafia like bounce to it.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay on for about another 5 minutes and shit. Um, Ronnie said anybody a Mario fan, the guy who sang "Let Me Love You," he alright.
He's a good singer. I remember I used to watch MTV had like a little like I don't want to say reality show. It was like a almost like a documentary on him and like he didn't grow up with his mom. His mom was like a crackhead or something,
Yeah,
and like he was like trying to build a relationship with his mom and all that. And so I
yeah,
watched that. He's a good singer though. He's just never been out there. You know what I'm saying? Like on that level, like Chris Brown.
yeah. Because once Chris came out, niggas like forgot about Mario. Then he started doing songs like "Why would you wanna break up? Why would you wanna break up?" Like, but I'd rather have that than that LOL smiley face.
Um, yeah, Sam. Me and Reg are gonna do that this month. It is a horrorcore album. We have that for Wednesday.
Oh, 6 feet deep.
Yes,
I'm down for that shit.
definitely gonna do that. Bubba Sparks. Yeah, I listen. I like Bubba Sparks' first album. Um, I don't think I didn't listen to nothing else after the first album, though, but the first album was dope.
Yeah, I'm the only song I know from this nigga is that "Booty Booty Booty" song.
Right. I think that was from the second album, if I'm not mistaken. The first album had Ugly and there's another joint he came out with. But it's been years since I heard that album though.
Shit.
Goody Mob, yes. Love Goody Mob. Soul Food is a classic album. The second one, Still Standing, that's a dope album too.
Yeah, I only like the first two albums from
Like
them.
first, yeah, I didn't hear the other one. The other ones I heard the last one they dropped like a couple years ago, but I didn't really care for it. Anybody like CeeLo? Yeah, CeeLo's dope.
Yeah, see,
Gnarls
look,
Barkley. I like the Gnarls Barkley album and the Lady Killer album he did.
yeah, that "Fuck You" song. I don't give a fuck. That's still my shit.
Yeah, that was a big song back then, you know. And he can actually sing. Like it's not he could rap and he can actually sing. He can carry a note, you know. And I heard he was doing a new Gnarls Barkley album with Danger Mouse again.
What?
Yeah, supposedly it's supposed to come out before the end of this year. I don't know how true that is.
Damn, all these legends are coming out with all this shit, man.
Yeah, why not? They got time on their hands. Might as well.
Alonzo said, "What's one of your favorite unreleased albums?" Trigger the Gambler, 50/50.
That's a good question. Power the Dollar, 50 Cent. Um, yeah, Trigger the Gambler, the One Nation album, Tupac. A lot of them. Will you review the first Eve album? Sam wants to know.
One Day.
Yeah, that was a great album. I love that Eve album. Favorite Tina Turner song. What's Love Got to Do with It? Love that song.
I'm gonna go with "Simply the Best."
Timeless song. I love that too. Simply the best. And she named her greatest hits after that too.
Right.
Love that.
But one song y'all should check out, "In My Wildest Dreams" with Barry White. Oh my god.
Check. This may sound redundant, but I'd rather see a Nas versus Jay-Z battle I don't know who will win. That's what McCon said. A Jay-Z Nas battle in the verses. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna do it. You know, I would like to see that. You know, just pick your, Jay-Z's best 20 and Nas best 20.
Y'all niggas just want to see Jay Z and Nas beef again. That's just the thing. That's
I don't know. I don't. I think they're past that now, man. I mean, if they do that for verses, I gotta be like on pay-per-view or something. That's gotta be exclusive, right? Because I don't think Instagram can hold that many views for that. You know,
yeah,
I,
man. Yeah, before I end it off for the night, I'm just surprised there's no versus episode in like 2, 3 weeks, maybe a month.
they did an interview on Deuces and Mero, and talking about they got stuff planned and they got stuff coming, and they were offered like $4 million to put it on network TV, or $7 million to put it on network TV, and it
I
totally would
said
have been different.
I said no, don't put it on network TV.
Yeah, yeah. They
Keep
he
that shit
they
on
refused the offer or whatever.
yeah, keep that shit on the fucking streaming and shit like that. Because if it's on network TV, they
Yeah,
always strip everything. You can't curse. Niggas ain't can't get fucking high and shit. Like
right.
no, leave this shit with the fucking culture. Like that
Yeah.
ass. Leave this shit with the fucking culture.
And he said like they want to do like Latin music and other genres, so it's not just gonna be.
No, no, no. See, this is what's pissing me off. They get so big
Mm.
now. They try to incorporate everybody. Trying to incorporate everybody. It's like no,
So you don't want to
no,
see like Enrique Iglesias against his pops.
hell no,
Mm.
no. Like I'm sorry. I have to be no because keep that within our culture because this is our music, celebration of
Right.
black music. Now I'm hearing they trying to do actors, trying to do this thing
What?
with actors. Like
Actors?
no.
Oh Lord.
See this is one thing about even Rap Genius. It was originally a hip hop thing. Now y'all got R&B genius, rock genius, comedy genius,
Oh Lord.
porn genius. Like y'all got all these damn geniuses.
I didn't know they had that.
Hell yeah! Like just keep that shit within the culture. Like don't just try to always branch out. I hate when niggas do that shit.
Right. Yeah, he wants to bring other genres in the verses.
God damn, like no. I'm sorry. I'm not here for it. Like
I'm thinking it got to be one coming up this month because I want to say he's gonna have Busta Rhymes in it because Busta new album is dropping. That would be great promotion for him. So we got to get a Busta Rhymes versus battle. I don't care if it's against Missy or whoever, LL. Like he wanted somebody. Got to be like Busta Rhymes versus.
oh wait, I don't know if we can put Buster with Nicki because Buster might not be all them people.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, to me, it should be Busta and Missy. He dodging Missy for like they're not similar. They don't have similar rap styles.
Hmm.
You know, why not have Busta and Missy like a week before his album dropped? That's great promotion. You know?
But I'm gonna end it off for the night because I'm trying to save a lot of this thing for the review later on today
Yeah,
since it's a double album. So I don't want to
trashy
shoot.
reviews coming.
You said what?
It's a double album, you said?
Yeah, the Tyrese album's a double
Oh
album.
shit, a double album of trash coming your way tonight. That's gonna be fun.
Oh my god, this is gonna be hilarious. I was trying to listen. I was trying to be serious listening to the album. I couldn't even be serious. Like the black tie, Tyrese and black tie. Like mm.
Think
We'll see how this goes because I might need a few shots. I think we still have some vodka left, but fuck
I
it.
think I have to too because he punishing me and Ashley with this terrible review.
Hey, hey, we still gotta talk about the Bye Bye Forever albums. That's punishment enough.
Mm. Oh God,
Mm.
no.
But low-key, I would rather listen to Tyrese than the Black Bobby Brown album to keep it a buck.
Oh Lord.
But I'll see y'all later on today. Thank y'all so much for doing this. Even though it was last minute, but I
Okay.
appreciate it. Hope everyone has a good night in the chat. Hope y'all be safe. Peace.
Peace.
Oh shit.